Hi, if you're interested in getting the special videos I've recorded for the middle of the month of March 2017 titled New Beginnings and Endings, Psychic Tarot and Crystal Readings for the year of 2017 for each sign of the Zodiac for download and purchase, you can access these videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos. You can also access them by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going on the drop down menu to page 9, and you will see the heading on that page for these videos. In these new beginnings and endings videos for the year of 2017, I am using two different tarot decks. In the Hanson Roberts tarot deck, I'm pulling 3 cards for new beginnings. In the Waite Universal tarot deck, I'm pulling 3 cards for endings for each sign of the Zodiac in 2017, and I'm concluding each reading by looking into the crystal. These videos are as long, if not longer, than the videos I post at the beginning of each month for each sign of the Zodiac on YouTube. I hope that you'll find that the messages from my spirit guides through these cards and the crystal will be helpful and useful to you as you travel through this year of 2017. I want to thank you so much for all of the purchases of all of my videos on Vimeo, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace. Thank you so much. Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for March 2017. This month, I laid out 2 cards for each of the signs using the Waite Universal Tarot deck that I received for my birthday last month. Please remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Please click on the timestamps below this video. They're there every month in the Show More section, and it will take you directly to your sign. All that being said, now on to the mid-month update for all of the signs, and I'm starting with Aries. First card you have here today, Aries, is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes an earth sign female. This would either be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Or they could just have the personality traits of the Queen of Pentacles in the middle of March. This could also be a male. I feel that many of you Aries are tired of going around and around with this person. So to me, this is somebody that's posing challenges for you. Maybe you've been having arguments with them or not seeing eye to eye with them. And quite honestly, I hear you've had it with their BS. So this could be somebody you work with, a coworker or a boss. It could also be a loved one, a sibling. I mean, anybody could be making you feel this way, really. They're saying it's time to unleash the hounds and be done with it. So to me, releasing the hounds would mean you either have to tell this person off or cut ties with them in some way. I don't know. It's an unusual statement. They're saying let it go. It's time to let the relationship go. So whatever you've been tired of going round and round with this person, either you have to let it go what you're arguing with them about, or you have to let it go that you need to let the relationship and the association you have with them go. It's one or the other, or it could even be both. I feel like they have a lot to say to you. I feel like they've got a lot to say, and they're opinionated. They're definitely opinionated. I feel that some of you have given this relationship, whatever it is, all you have, and that, you know, you're burned out of it, like you just can't do it anymore. So this is somebody that's definitely tried your patience, been judgmental of you, and you just are like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I also feel that this Queen of Pentacles has created stumbling blocks for you. This could be, again, it could be a mother, a boss. It could also be a male, so it could be a father. It just comes up like they've created disruption in your life. They also may have talked behind your back to other people. Maybe they think they weren't doing anything harmful there, but I feel that you have come to find out about it. The next card you have of the two for the mid-month of March is Victory. This is victory after battle, 6 of Rods or 6 of Wands, however you like to call it. I also hear it's time to hire new help. So some of you, maybe you have a business and you need to hire more help. Or maybe you're a manager and your higher-ups give you the authority to hire more help. Or maybe this is in your home. Maybe you're trying to, you know, clean your own home or redecorate your home or, you know, renovate your home, and you need to hire more help. It comes up as you needing to hire more help. I also see you planning out and mapping out a new plan of action. So I feel like you're going to be taking action steps or some kind of course of action that in some way for you, Aries, is new. You may be even getting on with training, educating like programs that are involving training or educating. You could be, I feel like you're getting them. But it could also be, if you're in the position, you could be giving them. It could go either way here. And I do feel that you are concerned about your reputation and you really want to shine. You want to people to respect you, look up to you, admire you, what you're doing, think highly of you. That comes up as being important for you in the middle of this month of March. You may be talking to governing bodies in your town or in your state, and some of you, it is about education. It could be about governing bodies of the education that you want to do or that you want to give, or in some kind of school system that maybe your children are enrolled in, or your grandchildren, or that you want to start and open up a training program. It's not going to be the same for all of you Aries, because this is a general reading, don't forget. So be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon signs if these messages here aren't making sense. I do feel this card of victory after a battle here is also because you've given up this fight, this energy with this Queen of Pentacles, whatever it was, and you're walking away from it. And you may feel victorious. Even if you didn't win in a fight, you may feel victorious because you're walking away. So now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have here, Taurus, is the Fool. And the Fool is a card to me that symbolizes going off on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to watch your step. You don't want to fall off the cliff, so you have to be grounded and stable. You don't want to be too naive. You're going places. You're on the move. This could be like, I almost feel like the way they're saying it, it's your life. But it could be a trip. Some of you are entering some kind of contest or competition, and I feel that you will be winning. You have a lot of people that have your back, that care about you, that want to support you and applaud you. Whether this is family and friends or work associates and business associates, you've got support behind you, people backing you. They're saying stabilize your forces and your income. Don't fall prey to, I can't think of the phrase, what that is, like people bearing false promises and false gifts. That's not the phrase I'm trying to say, but like, if something comes to you and someone's giving you like promises of like an amazing job or an amazing opportunity or an amazing future, it may not be true. Like, look at that very carefully under a microscope, because I feel like somebody may come up and promise you the world, and it's either a half-baked scheme or idea, or it just won't pan out the way that they're projecting it to you that it will happen. I see some of you learning about yourself a lot in a process of transformation, and you're leaving some old stuff about yourself behind. If you feel like you didn't really step into 2017, like with the technology and all the things that are going on in the world now, I feel you're going to drop your old school ways. That's what the guides called it, old school, that you'll be dropping and changing your old school ways and adapting to and adopting more new current trends and ways of being, ways of doing your everyday work and your routines and what you need to do even for your work and your career. You're leaping to the front of the line in some way. If you've been waiting for some kind of approval or something and you felt like you were miles back, you're jumping ahead to the front of the line. Here you have Seven of Swords is your next card, and this is somebody lying to you and deceiving you. It could be someone stealing something from you. Now, remember, in the Fool card, they did say, beware of somebody bearing like these amazing opportunities, and it's like false. So this could be why this came up. I don't like to say anything negative, and I know you guys don't like it when I do, but I do hear this. I do feel you have somebody that's out to get you a little bit. They may want to steal your job, steal your thunder, try to steal your work and use it as theirs. It's like, it could be a coworker that's wants to undermine you and talk negatively about you. Like, just beware of that. You may, when I say this, you may know exactly who it is. It may jump to your mind right away, because I don't feel it's going to be that obscure to you. I also feel you need to beware of people talking out of both sides of their mouth, where they're telling you one thing and promising you one thing, but then they're doing another. Again, I pick up gossip, people talking about you behind your back or saying something negative does come up here with this card. I see if it's in a work or job related situation, I see you getting a grievance committee together complaining about this person. So you may be going to HR or to your boss, or if, I don't know, it could be in some other structure. If it's not in a work-related situation, it could be in some group that you've joined for fun, but there could be some problem with somebody there, and you gather together and say, this guy or girl's got to get out of here and got to leave. Because I do see other people are feeling negatively about them as well, not just you. Yeah, there is somebody also that's kind of laughing and feeling like they're giving you the business and that they've got you hook, line, and sinker. Like you're buying into what they're saying. This could be somebody trying to sell something to you that wants to take your money, and then you don't get the goods delivered, or they're selling you a subpar product and they're pumping it up like it's great. But it comes up more strongly to me like somebody that work with, deal with, or is in a group or organization that is saying things to you that are totally untrue, and they're laughing to themselves because you may be portraying to them like you believe them, and they think that they've got you, like that you believe them. So think carefully, because I do think you Tauruses are going to know who I am talking about. So now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have that comes up, Gemini, is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune to me is a card that symbolizes the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. This is the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to help bring you karmic good fortune. But there is the karmic turn of good fortune, ups and downs of karma. So we have to see how this plays out, because I don't read the cards upside down. My spirit guides are going to show me or tell me messages whether the cards are right side up or upside down, so I don't read them upside down. I feel that many of you have a new employment opportunity that's coming your way. This could even be a promotion within a company or business you're already working in. I do see you struggling with it a little bit because I get logistics with it. Like it may require you to travel more or to move or some kind of shift or change that you question, that you're not feeling like, oh yeah, I'm 100% on board. I see you like I think it's a beneficial move for you, but I see some of you Geminis questioning it. You may be experiencing too in your family life, Gemini, there could be a lot of people in your family that are kind of like on this tumbling wheel of like ups and downs in your family. Like, you know, people having great things happen, people falling off this wheel, having troubles and issues. So, I mean, that can happen in all families, right? But there's sometimes families just hum along like no problems at all. In yours, I see this turning. I also feel if you own your own business or have your own YouTube channel that you are going to be gathering quite a following. You're either going to be getting a lot of clients or a lot of followers is how it comes up. So if you have your own business or your own YouTube channel or anything else where you could, you know, on Facebook or you're gaining clients and followers comes up here also with the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel that many of you Geminis really do need a break or some kind of vacation. A break from reality would serve you well if you could take one now or over the course of the next 4 to 5 months. I do see some of you Geminis also starting some new kinds of programs. It could be diet, exercise regimes, or I don't know, whatever new program. It could be new computer programs or some other, you know, kind of program that I can't even think of right now. But I get starting new programs comes up for many of you Geminis in the mid-month of March through the Wheel of Fortune. The next card you have is 5 of Rods, which is a struggle. This can be an internal struggle in you, or it can be a struggle with family members, co-workers, friends, groups you're involved in. I feel like in your life you're surrounded by some people that have some disjointed communication going on. Again, I go back to that. I see family members like flying off this wheel of the Wheel of Fortune and going up, and some are falling down off of it. I also get like maybe some misunderstandings or confusing, disruptive kind of conversations with people, and mainly family going on. I feel like you want it to stop, and I feel like you may be putting your foot down or sticking your nose in there and saying, you guys need to be quiet. You guys need to make peace, make amends, and stop this ridiculous nonsense. Because I see you getting like, it's getting your ire up, and you want to put a stop to it. I see some of you working out theories, taking tests, and exams. If you're working out theories, these could be theories that you're trying out in work or in your own business. Like, I have this theory that if I do this, the company's going to make more money. I have this theory. If people listen to what I'm saying about this and that, things are going to go along more smoothly. So I do see you having some theories and trying to work them in, you know, play them out in some way. Could even be with the family disruptions. You could say, I have some theory about, you know, how I can get these different warring factions to, you know, see eye to eye and get along. You may be feeling like you have the ideas and the ways to become a peacemaker here. I do see you working out details, and I feel like you're struggling with some of these details. Some of these details could be related to protocols and different clients or different business that you have to do for work. It could also be struggling out details among, maybe you're a mom and you have a lot of kids in your family and you're struggling to figure out, how's this all going to work? I'm juggling this, that, the other. This one's going here, that one's going here. I need to iron out the details. I need to work out the details. It could also be details if you are taking a trip, because I do feel that would be very beneficial for you, that you may be struggling a little bit to work out the details, because there is a struggle going on here with a 5, because all five cards usually bring that up. Some kind of loss or some kind of conflict or struggle usually is happening when a 5 card shows up. So I hope that was of help to you. Now onto the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have that shows up here today, Cancer, is the Magician, which is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you can manifest into physical reality. And you have all the tools at your fingertips to be able to do this manifesting. I feel some of you Cancers are getting a promotion or a raise. Or if you're not getting it, you feel like it's high time that you do get it. But I do hear getting a promotion or a raise. I get a lot of peace and tranquility coming in for many of you Cancers. And I feel that you're going to be moving out of some situation. You could be moving out of a house or an apartment or a living situation with a roommate. Or maybe you still live with your family, or you had to move back in with your family and now you're moving out. But I do see peace and tranquility coming and you moving out of somewhere. And I do feel maybe some of you are doing this because you get a raise and a promotion. And so therefore you get more money, and that can help you to do that. I do see some of you getting invited to a small gathering or celebration. That's a little party for somebody that you care about or know. This could be a baby shower, it could be a bachelorette party, a bachelor party, it could be an engagement party, it could be a graduation party, a baptism, a christening. Because I don't feel like it's a huge party though. I get it's a small party. It could even just be a regular birthday or an anniversary. But I feel like this is going to make you feel good. Like you're going to feel good that you got invited. You're going to feel good that you're there because you care about who this party is for. You care about them and you're happy to attend. So that also comes up here through the Magician for mid-March. Some of you are going to be investing your money very wisely in the middle of March. This could be your own stocks and investments. You could be doing this investing for other people. But I also see some of you trading some things in and getting some things new. Some of you Cancers, I feel, are going to be trading in a car and buying a new car. So trading something in to get something of greater or better value comes up here. And like I said, for many of you, I really do feel like it's a car, but it could be other types of investments. You need to be very exact and precise with how you explain things and details of if you have to write anything down or give anybody instructions or sign any kind of contracts or agreements. You really need to be very clear and upfront and specific about the details. Make sure you get the details right in the middle of March. Here you have Ace of Wands or Rods. This is new beginnings. This could be a new job, a new business, a new enterprise. It could be a new home, receiving an inheritance. It could be a new love relationship. I feel like you've got it all happening, Cancer. The ball is in your park and it's in your play. It's your play. You are doing really, really well. There's things are turning in your favor. Now, if you're a Cancer that says, that's crap, my life it's not turning in my favor, watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because maybe this isn't going to make sense to you for your sun sign in the middle of March. I do see a new relationship forming for some of you Cancers. It may take you from place to place to place to place where you have to travel from here to there to there to there. Now, the new relationship could be love. Maybe they live in a different spot and you got to go back and forth and they have to go back and forth to you because you're not close. It could be the new relationship could be a new relationship with a new company, a new client, a new business, a new associate. That therefore it makes you have to travel from place to place to place to place. So a new relationship is forming for many of you Cancers. Just how it's going to play out is going to be different for each of you. Again, it comes up about you attending this social gathering, so this must be important. I feel like it's going to take you by surprise. It could be from a family member you're not expecting to get invited to, or somebody famous or well-known, or your boss, or somebody that you just are like, really? They invited me? And then when you go, this party is not some gigantic thing. So you feel like, wow, that was a really special and unique invitation. I'm surprised that they invited me to it. So I feel like you're going to be happy and pleased and honored about this invitation. I see some of you Cancers taking time off and traveling with a friend, going somewhere on vacation or somewhere fun. You could be going with a loved one, or it could be a sibling or a friend. But I get, or a mate. But I get you. This is for pleasure and fun. It really feels like you're going to me with a friend or a sibling more than it feels like, or even a child, more than a romantic love getaway. So you have to see how that plays out, Cancer. I hope everything works out and that you have a great trip. Now on to the sign of Leo. First card you have here, Leo, that shows up is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes weighing your options, having to make a decision or a choice between two things. It can also be being wishy-washy about something, like having uncertainty. What should I do? What should I choose? But it's, and also striving for balance. It can also mean that. I do feel like some of you Leos are going to be weighing options in your mind about what you want to do next. And it does feel to me like it has to do with money or business. It does feel that way. Like maybe you have two job opportunities that are presenting themselves to you and you're like, which job should I take? Or you have two places that you're thinking about buying and you're like, which place should I buy? Or you have two opportunities that are coming to you, which is actually what I feel the most strongly, where you have somebody saying, well, we'd like you to join our team or come aboard as in a partnership, or we want to work with you and do services with you. And you've got a choice between this people saying they'll do that with you and for you, and you've got a choice of these other people saying that they'll do something for you that would help and boost your own business. But it would definitely be something that would be increasing your finances or increasing your exposure and your clientele or your customers in some way. I do feel that you're getting a little bit fed up and tired of having to try to please everyone. I feel that you may feel like you're being a little manipulated. Someone or maybe multiple people in your life could be jerking you around, Leo, and going, we know how to operate with this Leo. We know what to say to them to get them to give us money or get them to do this for free or help us out. So I feel like you may have suspected it before, and now you're completely wise to it and you're fed up with it and tired of it, because maybe you were giving some people the benefit of the doubt and hoping that's not what they were doing. But some of you Leos, I see you're like, I've had it. I'm tired of being manipulated and I'm fed up with it. I see you doing research. You're researching and really delving into something. It could be about how to reinvent a business that you own, or some topic that's necessary for the business you own or the company you work for, that it's necessary for you to do this research. But I feel that it would increase your finances in some way and be helpful to you in the future. The next card you have is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is an air sign female. This would either be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be a male. There's a new opportunity or a new something coming to you from this Queen of Swords. I feel like she would like to let you in on some secrets. They could be trade secrets. They could be secrets about the cosmos and the universe. They could be, I don't know what kind of secrets they are, but you've got a Queen of Swords here that wants to either give you an opportunity or let you in on some kind of secrets. I feel like opportunities abound with this Queen of Swords. So I don't feel like this is just a one-shot deal. If you aligned yourself with this Queen of Swords, there's all kinds of opportunities that come through this Queen. Maybe through her connections and her business acumen and know-how, or her just knowledge that she possesses, or some real valuable intel that she has to offer you, Leo. I see you putting your heads together with this air sign person, and if you're not putting your heads together and coming up with ingenious wonderful things to do, work out, and ideas, you could be banging heads with this Queen of Swords, because the People cards always mean multiple things, but she really comes up as a benefit and a blessing to me for you, not as a hindrance. I feel that this Queen of Swords is talented, and I also feel that the Queen of Swords feels that you are talented. So I feel this Queen of Swords will be boosting your ego or boosting you up in some way, through your work, through a program, through a business opportunity, through some connection with each other. But I do feel that she's really applauds you and has a high opinion of you and a high admiration for you. She doesn't really come into me feeling like a lover for you, whether it's male or female. She really comes, this Queen of Swords comes in more like somebody that's going to give you opportunities and values your talents and abilities, but they also possess talents and abilities as well. So I hope that was helpful and made sense to you, Leos. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Six of Pentacles, which is giving money charitably, freely, and happily to others. So it can be a card of charity. It can also be a card of the balance of give and take. It could also be you receiving money generously and joyously and freely from others, or banks, loans, financial institutions, grants, tax refunds, or insurance payouts, anything like that. I see some of you dividing up your property and estate. So you could be starting to make a will. That's one thing you could be doing, or you could be dividing up your property and estate right now, giving part of things that you own to your children, to your grandchildren if you have them, or to siblings. But I do feel it came up real quick. They said it real quick. I do feel some of you Virgos are going to be getting married. Now, if you're a single Virgo and you haven't met your partner yet, that may seem like a stretch, but you may be meeting them in 2017, even though this is a mid-March reading, and then because of your association or your marriage with this person coming up, that may precipitate you wanting to get a will, make sure what goes to who you want it to go to. I mean, that they said it real quick in the beginning before they talked about dividing up your stuff. I do feel that some of you may be really very focused on cleaning up things in your house, like making your house exceptionally clean inside and out, your yard, the walls, anything, and getting rid of stuff, maybe getting fresh paint inside and out, because I feel some of you have this idea or inkling that maybe you're going to be moving in the future. Maybe it's not on top of you yet, but when it does show up, that you may put your house on the market, so you don't want to have to do it all at the end, at the last minute. Like, so, you know, some people keep up with their house all the time, but you may be doing this like, you know what, I have this feeling, this opportunity's coming, or I'm getting married, or I need to be selling this house, so I'm cleaning up everything in it. That comes up strongly here. I do feel that you may have some family members that are wanting you to release some funds to them. These could be children of yours that are in school. They could be siblings of yours that are in need, or just good friends, whoever it is. I do feel you have some people that are going to say, hey, can you pay for this? Or can you loan me money for that? It is coming up here also through this card of Six of Pentacles. And here you have the Six of Swords. So you had two sixes here, and this is moving. This is moving your residence, or it could be moving away from an old way of thinking, an old way of being, or old situations that weren't that great towards something better. It can also mean travel. Could be long distance travel. I do feel that some of you are receiving some kind of opportunity that then has travel following right after it. So it could be a job that's involving you to travel, or it could be some kind of opportunity coming through a friend or a partner that's saying, hey, you know, let's go on a trip. It could be that. I do feel that you're putting a lot of faith in what's to come, because I do see you have a lot of hopeful feelings for the future. I do feel that some of you Virgos also would like to have a different social scene or some kind of different surroundings. So maybe you're going to buy a vacation home and have 2 homes. Or maybe you're just tired of the home you live in, or you don't care too much for your neighbors. And maybe the town you live in, you feel like you don't have a lot of connections nearby. Because I see social reasons being part of this desire to move or wanting to move. Now, all of you Virgos are obviously not moving, but this will apply to some of you. I see some of you Virgos really saying to yourself, I have to change everything I'm doing, my thinking, my mindset, my career, or my habits. Like, I feel like you want to change or give your life some kind of overhaul or reboot or restart, and you're thinking about the different avenues in your life in which you could make those changes or that you would like to make the changes in. Some of you may start going out and looking for another job, or possibly ways to expand your employment by getting another job, like a sideline job, or starting your own business and going out and trying to get business, new clients. So looking for a job, looking to further what you're already doing, and looking to, and if you, like I said, if you own your own business, you could be going out seeking clients, new accounts, anything like that. That all comes up through the 6 of Swords. So I hope that was of help to you, Virgos. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card here for you, Libra, is the Knight of Pentacles, which would be an earth sign person. This would either be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. It could also be a female. Doesn't just have to be a male. You know, I feel like for some of you, not all of you, a new relationship is forming. This could be love, or it could be some other type of relationship, and it will be with this this Knight of Pentacles. He also comes in as someone, it could be another person coming in that's going to handle financial issues for you. Maybe settling up your debts, like if you have to get legal counsel to file bankruptcy, or to give you financial advice and advise you. Or, you know, what's the best way to invest and allocate your money. It could be someone like that, because I pick up that for some of you, but the first thing they said is a new relationship forming with somebody. Now, that could be the relationship that this person is coming in that's going to help you with your financial issues or help you financially to invest. But it also could be someone that's a relationship that could be separate. Because I do pick up somebody that's trying to structure, organize, and straighten out finances. This could be even your spouse or your significant other. This could even be your rising sign or your moon sign coming up here, Libra, and maybe you are the Knight of Pentacles trying to organize, structure, and restructure your finances yourself. So this could be your moon sign or rising sign. I see you working out the details with this person. Like going over fine print, going over money. It could also be an accountant or a bookkeeper for you also. I also see this as you are going to push forward on some agendas to do with money. So this could be you in the sense that maybe you feel like you want to invest, or you want to do something with money, some kind of issue regarding money. Could even be if you want to do a lawsuit, or you want to file for divorce, or you want some kind of settlement. But you wanting to push forward with money in some way is also coming up here. Now, the next card you have is also a money card, Libra. You have the 4 of Pentacles, which is the Miser card. This is you're either holding on protectively to your finances or holding on protectively and tightly to something that you value. You could also be worrying about money. It can also be focusing on money, and it could also mean financial success coming for you in the future. I see you feeling a little uncertain or a little unsure about where your money is going. Or like maybe you have a partner that's spending money and you're like, where's this money going out of my bank account? Or just like you feel like, whoa, my bills are out of hand. Where is all this money going? Or maybe you feel like you're paying too much in taxes. I don't know, but I see you, that's the first thing that jumps off of this card is you focusing on scrutinizing and wondering where all your money is going, where your money is going comes up here. I see you feeling like you have to look into facts, figures, and details about finances. So you may start to go over accounts, bank statements, any bonds or stocks that you have, any kind of investments. Like I see you delving into it, scrutinizing it, looking over it with like a magnifying glass. Like, where's it going? Where's this money? How much was spent on this and that? If you own your own business, you may be suspicious of some bookkeeping that's going on. Or even in your relationship with somebody, if you're in a marriage or a partnership like a marriage, you may be like, hey, where's all this money going? Now I need to check and follow the money trail. You may be scrutinizing it just because you just don't know where it's going, but you could also be thinking, where is this going? There's more than one way to say that. I feel some of you, not only do you want to structure it and look into it, but some of you want to hide some money. So if you're thinking of getting divorced, or maybe you want to hide it from the government, you don't want them to see some money you've earned and you don't want to have to pay taxes on it, or you're trying to hide it from some family member or a significant other, I see you thinking about how to take measures and thinking up different ways that you can hide it or protect it also comes up here. I feel like you're really worried about, like you feel like I have to look out for number one. I have to protect my financial future and my security. So I feel like if you're doing it because you're kind of concerned, not because you want to be a spendthrift necessarily, but more that you want to be protective of your money for your future. So I hope these messages here helped you, Libra. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. So the first card you have that showed up, Scorpio, is the Emperor. This could be somebody that is like your boss, your husband, your ex-husband, a boyfriend, a leader in some way in your life. This could also be somebody that's deceased, that's watching over you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that may feel like they're yours, but they could be coming from the Emperor. And this could be a paternal figure that's crossed over to the other side. That's a father, a great-grandfather, a stepfather, someone like a father to you, maybe even an ex-husband or a husband that's passed away. I feel like there's some things, Scorpio, that you are working on to finalize. Some of you may be thinking about, I want to finalize working at this company and therefore I'm planning my retirement soon. But working on things that will be finalized comes up first. I feel there's also some things you're trying to get more control over and management over in your life, because I feel there's some things in your life that you feel have gotten out of hand or gotten out of control. So it's like you want to be more governing and controlling and more strongly managing some things that have seemed to you have gotten out of hand in your life. This could be work, family, love, whatever you see has gotten out of hand. Some of you may be delivering a very important speech. This could be a graduation speech, a political speech. It could be a speech at a wedding or a speech at a convention or some kind of big seminar. And I see this being built upon, worked upon in this year of 2017. You may deliver this speech in 2018, or maybe you will deliver it in 2017. Timing is going to be different for all of you because you're not born on the same month, the same year, the same day, and the same birth time. Therefore, timing is going to vary for you in these general readings. But I feel like you're going to work on it this year. You're going to be mapping it out, planning it out, strategizing, and planning the speech. And it does seem to be an important one, but you may not deliver it until the beginning of 2018. I do feel that there's somebody in your life you may feel like you've given up on, that may feel like a lost cause to you. This could be a father, if you have a stubborn father or a stubborn male figure in your life that it needs healing or needs to be in a nursing home or needs certain medical care, and they're putting their foot down and saying no way. Or if you have an unyielding boss or husband, you may feel like I'm not getting anywhere with them, like they're being stubborn about something. The next card you have here in the layout is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is an air sign male. This would either be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. They could be the Emperor, this king. Kings can also be females in a general reading. I see you gathering all your training, education, and knowledge and going forward with some protocols of further advancement. This King of Swords may be a teacher to you or someone who's giving you training and instruction, but they're acting like you're gathering it all forward together, and then you're using it to move forward in some manner. And as I said, this feels like you're getting some advancement here. And this King of Swords is connected to it in some way, because he really comes in strongly as someone that wants to show you how things are done, to show you the way, to light the way, to give you the instruction, the demographics, the details, the knowledge. He's like a teacher, instructor figure is how he comes up. I feel he retains a lot of affluence, and also he may have connection to the legal world. He could be a lawyer, a judge, or somebody that works in the courts or legal systems. Now, that may not be for all of you, but that could be the case for some of you. He's very wise, and if he's a young King of Swords, he's wise beyond his years. Doesn't matter what age he is, he's very wise. And full of a lot of helpful, useful knowledge that you're going to gain benefits from your interactions with this King of Swords. I feel like he's also somebody that's trying to help you gain something, either gain more knowledge, gain more confidence, gain more finances. He's trying to help you get you some gains into your life. I do feel that this King of Swords is in some sort of position of power. So he could be a boss or a CEO of a company or a leader of some sort. And he very well may have connections to the Emperor. They may be the same person. It could be just being explained through two different cards. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first of the two cards you have here today, Sagittarius, is the Five of Pentacles. And this is a card that symbolizes two people that are either feeling emotionally bankrupt, financially bankrupt. You may not be able to see a way out of your financial difficulties and woes. This card could also indicate feeling like you're in a state of depression, loss, depression, that kind of feeling. I feel there's something Sagittarians are going to feel like they had to give up, or something that they feel like they lost. Some of you may have to get into some kind of debt relief program for paying off credit card debts. If you don't have that issue, this could be symbolic of you having to pay money to pay off your debts. That also is mentioned here. Also, there's some issues between you and someone else where money is coming between the two of you. If you're a couple together, you could be fighting and separating over issues about money. Or if you have a friendship that borrowed money from you and there was a loan that happened, money could be coming between you. If it's family, it could be over an estate. Think of all the possibilities here, but I don't feel it'll be a mystery to you who this is about, because it's somebody that you're connected to and close to that now the issues of money in some regard has come between the two of you. Some of you really are working on debt and trying to pay down debt and figure out how to get out of debt. and debt being on your mind. It does come up for a lot of Sagittarians, which is weird because I've been getting Sagittarians doing really well financially recently in the last few months. So I'm not sure, this must be pertaining to the Sagittarians that have had some financial difficulties. If you're a financially affluent Sagittarian, you may be deciding to take some of your money, if you've been doing really, really well, and giving it over to some charities, a church or some organization that helps the homeless or destitute people, because that also comes up here, because this is a general reading, Sagittarius. So it's got to not everything's going to make sense to everybody. Watch your rising sign and your moon sign if this isn't making sense to you. The next card you have is the Four of Pentacles, which is holding on protectively to your finances, holding on very tightly and protectively to anything of value to you. This could also indicate financial success coming to you in the future. This card can also indicate maybe worrying about money or focusing on it. I do see some of you wealthy Sagittarians making some big decisions and deciding to make some dreams come true. If you're doing well, again, I'm going to repeat myself, I get that you're going to be giving money away. Could be to family members. You could help your granddaughter or your grandson go to college, your own children go to school and college, paying off your own schooling. It could also be you buying a vacation home. You taking money and are like, yeah, look how good I'm doing here. I got enough money, I can go buy that house at the shore or in the mountains or at the lake. So some of you are going to be using that money to, you're like going to expand on your money for some of you, those of you that are doing well financially. I also see some of you feeling and thinking like, I have to put my money where my mouth is. I can't just keep spinning out this advice, or these ideas and these ideas if I don't put my money where my mouth is and back up these ideas with money. So you may have been talking to other people in your family and saying, you know what, you should do this. Hey, you know, it would be good if you did that, or to friends or to colleagues. And you're thinking, you know, I'm giving all these people some really good advice about their finances, but I'm not doing any of those things myself. So maybe I need to take this money and start doing the exact things I'm directing other people to do with the money myself. I see many of you Sagittarians thinking that. I do see some changes for some of you with your jobs and or your business and or future investments, because there is some change that's going to go on here about money for some of you Sagittarians. It just depends which area of life is that going to be for you. But I do, again, it comes up again, for those of you that are doing well, I see you dispersing money to family members and dispersing money to those less fortunate than you. So wow, you've got a seesaw here, Sagittarius. Which Sagittarians are you? Are you the one that's having the money that's coming between you and a partner, that's driving a wedge between the two of you and maybe breaking you up, or at least causing problems? Or are you the Sagittarius that's doing really well affluently, and you're going to start putting your money where your mouth is and listening to your own great financial advice and investing in other things and giving money out to other people? That's a tricky one, because it's definitely a seesaw here about which Sagittarius you are and what you're doing with that money. So I hope those messages made sense to you, Sagittarius. Now I'm on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card that comes up for you here, Capricorn, is the Knight of Wands. Now, this could be a fire sign person, could be either a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Or they could just have the traits right now of the King of Wands. This could also be a female. It does not just have to be a male. I do feel, firstly, that this is somebody that there's some simpatico broiling between the two of you. So, firstly, this feels to me like somebody you get along with, that you like. You have some simpatico with them. This could be somebody that you're interested in as a crush, or you may have started dating them, or you may already be in a relationship, romantic relationship with them. I do feel that this Knight of Wands has some indecision about him. There's an issue with indecisiveness with the Knight of Wands. You may see him as someone that wants one thing, then he wants another. So if you're in a love relationship with this Knight of Wands, you could be experiencing a seesaw. Like they love you, then they pull back. I mean, I don't know. Or they could be dithering about something else. Maybe they have uncertainty about their job or leaving another relationship they could be in or something going on in their life. Because I get this dithering, confused, uncertainty, wishy-washy, back and forth behavior with the Knight of Wands. I feel that this Knight of Wands regales you with a sense of promise. So they could be giving you a promise ring, an engagement ring, or talking about the future, like we're going to be together, we're going to be in a love relationship together. Now, if they're not a love person to you, they could be promising you things in a work-related or business sense, or it could be a family member to you promising you. They're promising you something. For many of you, it is love. They're quite the talker. They're quite the communicator. I do feel that they feel a bit downtrodden by the system. So they may have complaints like at their job they were treated unfairly, or the government has treated them unfairly, or in some way they feel like they've gotten the raw end of the deal and not been treated fairly in their past. Not with you. I feel more like what's come and happened before you. So now I'm going to look into the second card, and here you have the Five of Pentacles, so it's coming up here again. Sagittarians got it, now you do too. And this is being destitute financially. It could be emotional bankruptcy. It can also be, stressed out and worried about money. Can be depression. Some of you are really looking into helping people and are going to start your own fundraiser or foundation. Some of you are in an unhealthy relationship, either with a spouse or some kind of sticky situation. Could be in a business venture or partnership with somebody. And you may feel like, you know what, this is a tricky, sticky situation, and I want to get out of it. And so that can either be love, partnership, marriage, or business partnership of some sort, or investment partnership with someone. I do see some of you getting rid of a lot of old junk. You could be calling a junkyard to come pick it up. You could be taking it to putting it on the curb, giving it away to places that take those kind of like old things, old furniture, old carpets, old lamps, old curtains, like that kind of stuff. Some of you may, this is a little odd of a message. I get some of you may be feeling a little old, and you may feel like you have fibromyalgia, or you're getting old, you feel old before your time. Maybe you're starting to have the effects of arthritis or some other kind of physical malady where you feel like your joints hurt, your bones ache. You may have nerve endings, like I said, fibromyalgia could be acting up, where it's like almost stressful to move around and work and get up and do the things that you need to do, and it could be making you feel old before your time. Some of you Capricorns are going to start generating a lot of publicity about speaking out publicly about the poor, the homeless, where you could be giving speeches on television, at pep rallies, at rallies, demonstrations, making some kind of broadcast, because I feel some of you are going to be making significant pleas to the government, to the states, to the world about feeding the homeless, feeding the hungry, taking care of the downtrodden. I see you being a spokesperson in some way about that. So, as I said, Capricorn, these are general readings. So, and especially since I'm only reading 2 cards, it's really intense. And if you feel like these messages did not make sense to you, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because your messages for the mid-month of March may be coming to you there. So now onto the sign of Aquarius. And the first of the 2 cards that you have here for the mid-month of March, Aquarius, is the Page of Cups. And this is a water sign person, being a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be a child, because children are often pages. It could be an adult. It can be male or female. And the Page of Cups, if it's not a person, could just be giving you a message about love or something to do with emotions. I feel some of you Aquarians are going to be going round and round in circles in your mind, in your heart, and what's about this Page of Cups. That you may feel like they're starting to make you go crazy. Like, am I losing my mind having conversations with this Page of Cups? Like, I feel like I'm getting, like, running around in a circle, speaking to them. Some of you may feel a great deal of stress and pressure about the Page of Cups, like you'd like to see something happen there. This could be, maybe you want something good for them. If they're a child to you, or a grandchild to you, or a sibling, you may feel like you're stressed because they're on the cusp or verge of something, like some kind of breakthrough, or you want something positive to change and shift for them. If it's not in that situation for you, then I feel that you may be like pondering and wondering what is going to happen between you and the Page of Cups, if they're like a love relationship, partnership for you, like a spouse or someone you're dating or connected to romantically. I do feel that the Page of Cups in mid-March is going to try to be convincing you Aquarians of something. I do feel like they can talk a big game here, and that you need to look beyond and behind the words that they're using and what they're saying. Don't take what you're hearing from them just on the surface and at face value. You have to do some digging, either literal digging into facts and figures to see if what they're telling you is straight up, or you have to dig into your intuition and emotions to see, is what they're telling you real, or is it exaggerated and embellished? If they're a child to you, you may want to have a big party for them, or give them a big send-off in some way. They could be leaving for deployment, they could be leaving for school, or it could be their birthday. You may want to give them some kind of big party also. That comes up for some of you Aquarians with this Page of Cups. Next card you have here is the Two of Cups, and this is usually, to me, a soul connection relationship, a heart and soul connection that you have. It's like fate, destiny, meant to be. Sometimes, usually this is a love relationship, but sometimes it can be your children can show up as the Two of Cups, or somebody else you're close with. It doesn't always have to be love. You are going to be coming together with someone in some capacity, either marriage, engagement, move in together, some kind of union is happening. Now, for some of you, it could be with this Page of Cups, but not for all of you Aquarians. Some of you may be feeling like, I can connect with somebody. I can put myself out there. I'm ready. I'm ready to take this step and do it. Maybe you've been single for a long time, or you got out of an unhealthy relationship and you had to heal, and now you're feeling like, you know what? I'm over that relationship. Now I'm ready to meet someone new. So that also comes up, like you being ready and prepared and putting yourself out there to meet someone. So you could go on dating sites, you could start going out with friends, or to meetup groups, or any kind of social gatherings in hopes of, you know, making a connection with someone new for you romantically. I do feel for some of you Aquarians, there's a dream come true relationship happening in your life in the middle of March, or will be happening soon. Because if you haven't met this person yet and it's not already happening, it's going to be coming in. You have to be honest up front about everything with this person. Don't try to hedge or hide or keep any secrets, or only present yourself in a certain light. You have to be totally honest with all the facts and how things are for you, what your feelings are, what your objectives are, and what you want out of life, and especially in a partnership. You're also going to be joining forces with this person. If it's not in love and marriage, it could be through some kind of project. It could be a business or a specifically detailed project that's like a one-time thing or just for a brief period of time. But that also comes up here with this Two of Cups. Because I feel like there's something about you Aquarians, like you're a little chick in an egg, and that the shell is your old world and your old life, and you have to break out of that shell, and then that shell is your old world that you're going to be leaving behind. That also comes up here to me through the Two of Cups. So I hope that was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have here, Pisces, for the mid-month of March is the Seven of Rods, or the Seven of Wands. And this is a card to me that symbolizes holding back negative energy coming at you, negative communication, negative energy of any kind. You could also be shutting the door on negativity. I do get that you're getting ready to seal the deal, shut the door, close some door behind. It does, they are saying that. Inappropriate behavior, injustices. This could be at work, at school, in your family life. Wherever that's going on, you're going to be shutting the door on it. I do feel that you're very determined to stand your ground and to remain firm. I do feel that there's part of you that may feel like, you know what, I'm tired of trying to please everybody. I have to make my own way in this life. And you may feel like you've been like a juggler, juggling a lot of things to make this one happy, that one happy. I've got to be this person for this one and this person for that one. And you may be like, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm done with trying to be the people pleaser, the peacemaker, the solution man, you know, whatever you want to say. I also see you thinking, I've had it with like numb nuts and knuckle brains and all this, like anybody that you feel is kind of a dope and like you've had to waste your time and energy spinning your wheels, conversing or working with or dealing with people that fit into those categories. I get you're like, I'm done with that. I don't want to deal with these, you know, moronic idiots anymore. That's what I'm hearing. I also feel that you are going to feel like you have to prove yourself, show what you're made of, show your stuff, like be like, look at me, I'm proving myself. You don't believe in me? Well, I'm going to prove it to you. You don't have faith in me? Well, I'm going to show you. I see you feeling like kind of, I don't want to say belligerent, but standing firm about making your points and proving to people what you are made of. I also see you wanting to tear down walls and break barriers between groups of people. So if you have some people in your life that aren't getting along, or whether it's at work, family, friends, social groups, if they're butting heads and not getting along, or they can't see eye to eye, I feel like you would like to break those barriers between them and get them to agree or see eye to eye. I do see that for some of you Pisces. Now, the last card you have here is the Justice card. And this, to me, is dealing with lawyers, court documents, legal papers, judges, the court system. It could also be nothing to do with the law. It could be justice and fairness finally in situations where there has been injustice in your life or things that have been out of balance. I do see some of you Pisces looking up to somebody with respect. I do see things getting, like the details getting drilled out, details getting spelled out. These could be on contracts you have to sign or any kind of legal documents or legal papers. I see the details and the specifics and the legal jargon and the proper wording all getting, spelled out, how things are going to go down. Some of you Pisces may start to involve yourself and immerse yourself in the law or knowledge of the law. So I'm not saying all of you are going to law school. Some of you may be. But some of you may be looking up legal things on the computer or getting some legal advice for your own information about some things going on in your life or what you plan on doing in the future. You may benefit from having your finger on the pulse of how, you know, the legal system works and legalities involving any particular situations you're facing. I do see some of you Pisces having somebody that comes into your life that makes a big splash onto the scene. You are going to be embroiled in conversation with them, and I see them by your side. So for some of you, I do feel that is a love partner, a new love partner. But for some of you, they could be just a new person on the scene for you that you really get along with, mesh with. It could be a new friend or new boss, a new coworker. It doesn't have to be love, but I see you having a lot of respect for them, camaraderie with them, interactions with them, lots of conversations. I feel like you're going to be evaluating them and making a decision about them later on this year of 2017. You may not be 100% sure of what you think of them when you first meet them. This may take months for you, like 6-7 months for you to really decide how they fit into your life and what your evaluation of them is. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank all of the signs for watching, sharing, and liking my readings. Thank you for Google Plusing and for subscribing. I do appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my videos here on YouTube. And if you would like to get the special videos I recorded for my Vimeos this month, I did a reading which is actually quite long. They're at least as long as my normal monthly readings, so they're around 20 minutes or more long for each sign of the zodiac, where I looked into new beginnings and endings for each of the signs, where I used 3 cards from this deck that I used right here, the Weight Universal deck, for the endings. I used my Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. I pulled 3 cards for you there for new beginnings, and then I conclude the reading by looking into the crystal. So there's a lot going on in those readings. If you're interested in getting these readings for download and purchase, you can access these videos by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for my new beginnings and endings, psychic, tarot, and crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 9. Scroll down that page and there you will see the heading for these videos. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I want to please remind everybody to please be sure to always watch your rising sign and your moon sign. I hear it from people many times on many videos over these last 2.5 years that sometimes their rising sign is really giving them the message way more than their sun sign, and even with their moon sign. So I do want to encourage you to please look at that. I'd also like to say here, because I've had some people say some comments that they don't agree with the way I interpret the cards. I want to take a moment here to let you know that the way I was schooled in psychic development way back in the 90s, I took classes for 4 to 5 years in many different areas. And when my teacher got to the tarot cards, he told us never to look at the book definitions and meanings of the cards. So what I am doing is I'm listening to what my spirit guides are telling me or showing me in my head, visions and hearing in my head, why these cards came up and certain things in the cards trigger things that they say to me. I only explain the definitions that I know the cards to mean based on book definitions to let you know. But I honestly did not know those for many years, and I've always gone by whatever my intuition, my guides show me or tell me about the cards. So I wanted to take a moment to explain that because I've had some people not really approve of some of my definitions of the cards. So just to let you know, I'm just not reading the tarot cards based on book definitions, even though I do give you what my understanding of it is. I am really giving you what my spirit guides are giving me in these readings. So I wish you a ridiculously wonderful rest of your month of March, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.